Peace and love, fallen angels. And this is day 4. And this lesson is why astrology was taught to kings, judges, as well as the English court. So 1, the core thesis of astrology as state knowledge is not pop culture. In medieval and early modern world, astrology functioned less like spirituality and more like public decision support. A toolkit for timing actions under certainty, war, diplomacy, coordinations, medical interventions, harvest cycles, as well as governance itself. And that is why it's clustered around institutions of power, the crown, the church, the universities, and the professional learned classes. So when decisions affect whole populations, the premium shifts from personal meaning to predictive frameworks, calendars, and risk management. This is also why astrology was never treated as a casual hobby in English elite culture. It was treated as a discipline with social consequences, and therefore it was regulated. Point 2. English political theology and the king is under God and law. A major reason astrology could sit near governance in England is that English constitutional thought, even before constitutionalism, as we use the term today, it had framed rulership as bounded. Bracton, who was foundational to English legal tradition, gives the famous line that later jurists as well as Blackstone repeats. That line is, "The king must not be under man, but under God and under the law, because law makes the king." That matters for astrology because it frames the ruler not as a free actor, but as someone operating with a moral and legal order. In that worldview, celestial order could be studied as part of creation without dethroning God or law. So as long as astrology was kept in a subordinate role, it was considered once again a tool of counsel, not a replacement for judgment. Point 3. And the theological permission structure, the influence and the necessity, is spoke about. Christian scholastic thought built a careful distinction around celestial bodies which may influence the material and the bodily, the weather, health, passions, and they do not mechanically force human will. Aquinas makes the distinction in a way later Christians could cite to justify limited astrology while rejecting fatalism. In the Summa Theologiae, Aquinas cites Damascene as well as argues that claiming the heavens cause human acts would imply humans lack free will, something that he calls manifestly false. Damascene says the heavenly bodies are by no means the cause of human actions. It would therefore allow that man has no free will, all of which is manifestly false. This is the doctrinal logic that allows quartz astrology to exist in English Christian culture. Astrology can be used for conditions in